What's going on, everybody? For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below and you turn on your bell for the notifications so you never miss out on any of the videos that I post. But today we're talking all about the unpopular opinion of working harder on yourself than on your job. Let's dive in. Working harder on yourself than on your job is all about controlling your future. So the way I think about it is, it's just like driving a car. If you work for yourself and you're your own boss, you have control over the steering wheel. So you're deciding what avenues to take in life. And you're in control of your money and your future. Now, on the other hand, if you're working for a company, they have control over that steering wheel. Now, they could turn right and lay you off, or they could turn left and not pay you what you're worth. But ultimately, that company has control over your future. Let's think about this. If you work for a company, they're controlling your pay, they're controlling your raises, and they're controlling the overall salary of what they think you're worth. Like I said about companies steering your future in your life, don't become a voluntary victim of that company's decision. I'm sure you've seen it yourself, whether in life or on the news, where companies do these massive layoffs and the employees are the ones there to pick up the pieces. Now, these companies will be just fine, and when they're ready, they can post up a sign and say, "We're hiring," and get someone else to work that job. Then the employee is left to pick up the pieces and figure out how they're going to put food on the table, how are they going to pay their bills. That brings up the question, what's your ROI, your return on investment? So let's just remember here that most companies that you work for, you're an at-will employee, which means that you can be laid off at any time for any reason. They don't even have to have a reason. They can lay you off. So that means that affects your ROI. So your ROI, your return on investment from that company, was a paycheck. Let's say they do a massive layoff. Now you're down to nothing. Now let's look at the other side. So if you own your own business, you're in control of your future. You're paying your own paycheck and you're building your skills in something that you love. That's why it's so important to dive into what you love to do. So in life, we may not know what lies ahead, but wouldn't you rather have control of what roads you take to determine your future? So that's why it's so important to try new things and to build skills in something that you love. So whether you have to take classes or read some books or even watch YouTube videos that can show you how to build the skills that you're looking for, you ultimately want to be able to find your passion, build skills around that, and figure out how you can make an income from it. For making money in general, we're literally living in the best time because of one thing, the internet. You can make so much money from the internet. You can either sell your crafts on Etsy, you can sell courses, you can sell digital products, you can resell items on eBay and make a fortune. Not to mention, there's so many ways that you can make a passive income while you sleep. So eliminate all the distractions that are wasting your time. We only have 24 hours in a day, and you're sleeping for about 8 of those. So make sure that you're making your time count, because remember this, you never get time back. Once the day is done, it's done, and there's no going back. Make a habit of learning something new every day. Even if you have to carve out time to do this, it's all worth it in the end. So even if it's 30 minutes before work, 30 minutes after work, or on your lunch hour, or on the weekends, make sure you're carving out time to build those skills. So your next tip is to get inspired. You want to be inspired in a way that it excites you. So after work, before work, or on the weekends, you're always excited to work on your skills and build your craft. Now, if you're not excited to do that, that means you're uninspired. So find what you love to do. And once you find your passion, what you love to do, that's going to inspire you and motivate you to keep working on your craft. So your next tip is to set boundaries at work. You've got to draw the line. Stop coming in early. staying late, working through your lunch, working through your breaks. I hate to break it to you, but you're not helping yourself. Even if you're hourly and you're getting paid extra to stay late, it's not worth it. Or if you're salary, you're definitely not getting paid for all of your extra hard work. That is why I say it is so important to draw the line. So many companies will demand that you work through your lunch hour or you work through your breaks like you're a slave. Demand your lunch hour, demand those breaks, because if you live in the United States, that means you're owed a lunch and your breaks. So do not let them fool you and try to coerce you into working through those. You need time for you to recharge so you'll have energy to work on your skills outside of your job. So make sure you have either a morning or an evening routine that includes working on your skills in building your dream. Because the key is to build the life that you would love to live. Whether you've got to give up the weekends, the mornings, the evenings to get it done, you can eventually up and quit your job like a bad habit. That's why quiet quitting is so important on your job. Make sure you're standing up for yourself. Draw the line and bounce. You come in on time, take your full breaks, take your full lunch, and you leave on time. You owe that company nothing. So companies love to tell you that you need to give them loyalty. You don't owe them anything. Since you're an at-will employee, make sure you're putting yourself first. So just remember this, there's no such thing as job security. So forget about giving them your loyalty. So your next tip is to not get stuck trying to escape your job. Here's what I mean by that. So if you work a job and let's say it's stressful, you're exhausted, by the time you get home, you don't feel like doing anything. And the next day rolls around, the same thing. So you go to work, you escape. You go to work and you escape. And you escaping could be whatever. Maybe you're laying around, maybe you're watching TV, maybe you're gaming. Whatever it is, you're doing something to escape where you've just been. So oftentimes people escape in the evenings after their job or escape on the weekends to try to forget about their job. And when Sunday rolls around, people are dreading the Monday workday, counting down the hours, hoping that it will not come as soon as it does. And then when Monday comes, everyone is wishing for Fridays. So you see how that becomes escaping in life. So if you're always wishing that it's Friday, it's the weekend, so you don't have to work that job, that's something that you really want to think about, because that means you're not enjoying that job. And if you're always wishing for the day to end, so you can clock out, or for it to be Friday, then there's no joy there. You've really got to find something that you love. And once you find something that you love and you can make money from it, you can build a business on it. That would mean that every day is like a play day because you're doing something that you love. Because when you do something that you love, it really doesn't feel like work, even though it is work, but it doesn't feel like it. So I think about it this way. Working a job that you hate is called stress. Working a job that you love is called passion. That's why it's so important to figure out what you love. What are you passionate about? And that's going to inspire you to start working on your skills and build your craft. Instead, build the skills for the life and dream that you want. Your next tip is to know your worth and take a chance on you. Don't be afraid to take a risk and do something that you love. Remember to focus on the process and not just the end result. Another added benefit of building your own business and being your own boss is it has a direct effect on your health. Oftentimes, working for companies can create unnecessary stress. And if we keep it 100, stress can kill you because they're overworked, not getting breaks, micromanaged, and the list goes on and on. Working for yourself sparks creativity, excitement, and overall happiness. So when you're going after your dreams, remember this. You have to believe it before you can see it. So have faith for it. Trust the process. Never give up, and never stop investing in you. Every invention had to have a vision and dream before it was created. Think about stoplights, GPS, the internet. They all had to have a vision before they were created. And we wouldn't have those things today if they weren't created. So what dreams do you have inside of you that need to be created and shared with the world? So if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. So until next time, I'll see you later.